So, hello and welcome to the third season of the Cyclist Amateur Tactics, and our team of cycling enthusiasts is now down to two, at least to two who actually take part in the races. We have made some nice progress in the past season, so let's see whether our two folks can keep the upward trajectory, and let's see how they're doing this. So in the last episode, we were leading in the Bizarro sprints, still the last stage, and then we got, I think, down to 5th in the overall standings because some launched an attack and we were unable to follow. So let's see whether we can do one better or two, and get on the podium here in the Great Lakes Tour, which looks a bit more tough. So again, start with a short time trial, a prologue. That's good for us, and then a few more stages with a bit more variety. So let's see how we do here. So for the time trial, we are among the favorites. That's very nice, but there also looks like there are some tough competition here from the top teams and maybe the top 3. So yeah, going to be interesting. So short time trial, let's get our bearings. This doesn't really matter that, so it's 3 turns. We have a very healthy attack pool now, so I'm going 1 short of maximum. Vladislav will take it slow because he's on, not on a fitness peak, so down to recovery 1, so he will invest energy, but not really attack points. So I suspect, yeah, with an easy time finishing. I think we can actually go now all out here, since the time over the line matters and not how far we go. Will this matter? No, this way around. 7, 6, and then we can finish. Yep, okay. So that's good. Where the competition? Yeah, on the 11th, so they're just 2 ahead. So probably something like this should be fine. Yeah, easy. So that was a nice, easy victory and some cushion. And now let's make sure our friend and helper doesn't overexert himself. So I can finish from the, yeah, from the 11, from the last 11 node. So, 0.1 of a turn, nope, 0.7 of a turn ahead. And pretty nice recovery. And that's going to be the toughest stage, or not the longest. And we're, of course, not among the favorites, so now it's all about conservation of energy. So we're getting a little bit of slipstream, so although it's technical, so it's probably equally sensible to stay here for a turn. And then moving back now that we burned some energy. And what I suppose is that the +1 in flat will now become much more apparent than we now have with Maxim on these quite long flat, or mostly flat stages. And here the one in downhill will also be helpful. So no energy invested, so I'm staying where I am, and I keep Ladislav in the second of the 3 groups. Why is nothing happening at all? That's a very timid move. Yeah, going to the bottom of... not even going to the bottom of the climb. Okay. Doesn't look jumpable at all. No one's come forward, so we can relax as well. And I think now the quite large attack pool that we have with Maxim will be useful. So now I suspect... will they go to the 14 node after the climb? Yes. So yeah, we can happily invest some attack points. And now it's time for Maxim to drop to the back and save 1 more energy. It's downhill but not technical, that's good. And being back there and having the advantage in downhill means I actually get some energy back. This is jumpable. This doesn't really count. I think I'll be going out before the final climb. So not now, because we have ample distance to maybe pull a little bit with Ladislav if someone wants to try things. Two energy back for Maxim. Fantastic. No one's going out, so that's good. Okay, they mean business, but I don't mind business. Still no SKPs, which is nice. I just check when we should go out towards the end. 40, so around turn 100. Just to be on the safe side. So, more downhill. And more energy back for Maxa. I'm going to like this. Even if it's just 1. And that's probably... no, that's just easily jumpable. So one person who's suffering today is Vladislav. But I want to keep him up there. Although slowly he's starts to become unable to pull. So I'm actually moving him back and leaving him there. Folks are coming forward. Okay, gain lots of energy back. That's much appreciated. Okay, time to move to the front. At least with Maxim. Vladislav needs to go into a bit of a rest mode, so that he's has the chance to recover a bit. Okay, Vladislav is fine. Everyone else is coming to the front, and I'm slowly making my way there as well. So, getting close to the final climb. Everyone and their dog is at the front. And a huge jump by the peloton, but I'm happy, I have plenty of attack points. And I'm going to go short with Vladislav so that I have some attack points tomorrow. So the main field thins out, but that's to be expected. Okay, final climb. 8 people are going, and I'm going to join them because we are almost at the finish. And I want to keep my yellow jersey. So energy conservation for Vladislav. So one thing I could consider for the future for those longer tours, that I put both on fitness peaks, as long as they have just recovery one. Yep, staying with them, no matter the cost. Does this? No, that doesn't really matter. So not going to reposition. And a slow crawl up the final climb for Vladislav. I'm getting most of, or at least a few back, so yep, so didn't lose time, that's nice. Interesting how much I don't know which energy state I'm going to be tomorrow. Nope, not going to invest anything. Yeah, the field has been nicely decimated. trying to be a little bit efficient, but also careful with energy. Going to the 6 node instead of the 5 node, and then going into the... Did I finish from the 7 node? No, there will be one more jump anyway. Alright, so that was second stage, so we are still in the lead. Although pretty empty. And making the attack point pool larger, I think was the right call so far. So not much has happened, and we're still up there with 0.07 and then 0.14 in the lead. So now a long flat tour with less surprises, but we're starting to feel that this has been a longer tour with longer stages. But we'll try to see how long we can last. That's an interesting exercise of endurance. And maybe a recovery is then the next point to invest for the next level up. Okay, we're going to get a lot of slipstreams, so moving back. One short climb in the middle. I'll probably leave it I'll probably stay at the very end for the entire time. If someone's going, then I have to assess how I'm looking at that point, whether I want to... I might just get Ladislav out to pull. Two SKPs are going, but yeah, let them go. Who is it? The names ring a bell? Don't really, but I don't 100% recall what the top board was named. Or what names were on the top board, rather. Maybe. I trust the AI will do a pretty good job of catching them anyway with lots of people in the relay. So that's what they can keep doing. Jumps that cost no energy. Or almost no energy. And SKPs have already been caught. So one less thing to worry about. Okay, two more are going. Same guys again. So they have pretty long way ahead of them. Still 250 turns to go, or nodes to go. And I keep getting one energy back with Maxim. which is excellent. And I suspect that's the higher speed that he has. So that's one thing to keep in mind, how to assign points to Vladislav for the next level up. People are faster, because there is no downhill here, so that has to be the difference. If people are faster, then they may get some point back on when the peloton just makes short moves. Whoa. That's pretty insane. But we can follow and we should follow. So I don't think we're going to catch them. Because what they are probably going to be doing is getting right to the downhill. And we lost 11 riders along the way. Will be interesting whether they be able to catch up, but I somehow doubt it. Oh, no, we have them back already, so they probably had to invest in a lot of attack points, but 3 is still behind. So I think we made the better deal. So everybody likes the downhill, especially Maxim. So one more energy point back. Still 160 notes to go. This is a pretty long stage. I think it's as long as one of the longer classics we've taken part in so far. But this tour is actually pretty impressive compared to the Bizarro sprints. So we have one lone SKP up front. Peloton gives a decent chase. Arnaud Gaillard. So even if Arnaud may win and have an impact on the overall standings, I suspect he will be pretty spent after this. So I'm not trying anything actively to do against that. And let's see how long he's going to last. So finish line is getting closer, and we're Peloton's making moves so that we get energy back. A few people start coming forward. But otherwise not that much is happening. And the few that we lost on the first climb are still trying to catch up. This was an easy move. I'm going to move forward a bit early. Because I suspect now could be some larger jumps, and that makes it a bit more expensive. Yeah, such as these ones. A bit more expensive to go forward. So I'm not doing that now. Suspect it will happen after the intermediate sprint. but he's probably going to be caught. And then after that, question mark? There are not that many people forward. And I'm still staying where I am. And now we have to go forward one way or another, but that should be, yeah, easily caught. And an easy move. So now is a perfect time to come forward without spending unnecessary energy. So Maxim is going forward. No, that's Vladislav. Do I need to Vladislav forward? Not really. I'm actually keeping him here. Just Maxim goes forward. Again, matter of saving energy. Okay, two folks are going. And I'm going to follow, and again the issue, Vladislav is getting too slow to follow. No, he's unable. Ah, no, sorry, he's unable to follow because he's still in the peloton, but that's okay. So yeah, just want to finish where they finish, and everything else is fine, and I can actually save one more energy with Vladislav going back to the end. So let's follow Sergei, but I don't have to outsprint them. So that's a podium even, which is nice, and the finish with Vladislav with some energy left. Lots of stragglers on this long stage, so that's probably then a matter of simply them running out of energy. Okay, a nice podium on the stage, and still in the lead. Now 0.14 and 0.17. So unless something really terrible happens, this looks like an overall podium for the Tour, because 4th place is now 0.64 turns behind us, and that's a pretty substantial gap. So 2 more stages upcoming, one a bit mixed in the start, and then a nasty climb till the end, and then again a bit of a mixed bag here, and we're mostly up to full health, so not too much. So I suspect that the last 2 stages will take some time with maneuvering around the climbs, so I'll leave those for the next episode, and then we'll know how we're going to do in the biggest tour yet.